Good morning and happy Friday, my friends. We got a cut test today with the Qvist PE2. Now, if you watched my video this morning, you know that I just did an unboxing with some new Qvist knives. The PE3, which is the new version of this knife here. That is a frame lock instead of a liner lock. Really cool. And I don't want to cut test with that one because it's just a loaner. But this is going to be pretty much the same thing. Same ergos. Actually, the frame lock version was slightly thinner behind the edge than this one. So it might even do a little bit better. But you'll be able to watch this video and know how the new PE3 will perform. I also unboxed the little slip joint, the Vanish, and the invert, which is basically this knife just flipped over, so it's a drop point. All really good stuff. Go watch my video if you're interested. And let's see how this thing cuts. Sway back design. Front flipper, reverse flicker. All means of deployment work really well. Detent seems to be tuned nicely. Let's get the old cardboard out. Now, I ran out of the thick cardboard, so we're just going to do all regular thickness cardboard, but we'll cut a little bit more of it than we usually do. This knife has a nice thin measurement behind the edge. Like I said earlier, I forget exactly what it is. I know that the PE3 was very thin. I was surprised. It was like 14 thousandths or 13 maybe. Really nice and thin. You can see it's just breezing through this stuff. No problem whatsoever. I really like kind of the ergonomics of this knife. You know, since it's a sway back, you'll see when we get to the utility cuts, the sway back design really is great for utility cuts. I think that's kind of what it was designed for, because I'll show you the handle a little bit closer here coming up, but the way it's shaped, it really lends itself toward utility cutting. This is the factory edge also, by the way. Just stropped a little bit by me. Both with the grain and against the grain, it's just no problem. Nice clean cuts too. Alrighty, let's move on. Let's test our edge out with my crappy paper. It's just the paper, trust me. You'll see. There we go. I need to buy just like a pad of good paper for these tests. I'm always looking around for paper. Alrighty, let's get to some utility cutting. I forgot to grab the rope. I think that's why I'm disappeared for a second here. There it is. Alright, let's start with the old glove test. Let's get the old nasty old glove out. Oh wait, actually, yeah, we're gonna do this first. I started doing this the last couple tests, just doing some kind of like curved cutting, I guess you'd call it. Here I'm talking about the handle. See how that swoop up kind of just braces up against the center of your palm? It just feels really good. Utility cuts on this baby are so nice. The blade steel is 14C28N, by the way. I should have said that earlier. Nice clean cuts. Be able to get nice thin pieces of cardboard cut out. And now let's try some curves. Held the knife the wrong way there. This is just kind of a test to see how it does with the cutting radiuses. If we have a nice thin tip, it should do it easily without really bunching up the cardboard. And it did pretty good here. Cut cleanly. Action still perfect. All right, now the glove test. Let's roll this old stinky glove up and destroy it. Bam. No problemo. Yep. Very, very nice. Very, 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 very nice. Alrighty, next. Let's test our edge out. I think I got a good paper this time, yeah. This is pretty good. 14C 28N. I've definitely tested worse 14C. This is holding an edge well. The strap test. Now, this is kind of shitty because I'm at the shop and I get here early before I clock in to do these tests, and the shop is locked up and I can't get to my strap that I have in there. So I have just a tiny little piece. Not a very good test. I couldn't get a really good grip on it, so I'm going to kind of discount this one. We're going to cut some rope next, and I'll do a few more cuts than usual just to kind of make up for it. I'm not sure how well it would have done on the strap. I don't think it would have gone all the way, but probably pretty close. Let's cut some rope. Will we get it? Oh yeah, first try, baby. Fair amount of pressure needed to get through it, but it's cutting first try, man. A lot of knives will not do that. This has to do with just the kind of overall thin geometry and the fact that we still have a pretty decent edge left after all this cutting so far. Very nice. Nice thin behind the edge measurement. Relatively thin blade stock. So this is going to be great for utility cutting, but also for slicing. That's kind of, that's awesome. That's kind of the best of both worlds. How's our edge? Oh man, look at that. Yeah, that's impressive, dude. I gotta say 14C usually at this point would be maybe still cutting paper, but not as easily for sure. Let's see how well it responds to the strop. Usually 14C does strop back pretty easy. We'll just do a couple strokes here. Alrighty. I'm gonna link Qvist's website, qvistbladeworks.com I think it is, but I'll put it down below in the description, and you can go see how to order the PE3, the invert, the vanish. I think the PE3, it was a pre-order, and I think they're going to be dropping next month is what he said. I'm sure there's going to be extras on the site, so if you did not pre-order one, you'll still be able to get one. Man, look at this. It's dropped back so good. Able to go nice and slow through the cut, too. This is awesome, dude. This is some of the better 14C that I've tested. And I haven't tested a shit ton, but, good amount. But the invert and the vanish should be available, if not now, then soon. The vanish, I think, is already available. Invert coming soon, but all that information will be on the website if you want to go look. Now, how does it carry in the pocket? Let's find out. I already know it carries well, but I'll show you guys too. It's a nice deep carry pocket clip that's inset. Very deep carry. None of the knife poking out of the pocket at all. and really just slides in and out of the pocket pretty well. Yes, sir. This is a good one, folks. If you do a lot of utility cutting, slicing, this is a great option. Yeah, especially if you're a swayback fan. Some people aren't. But if you're not a swayback fan and you like the overall look, go with the invert. It's literally this knife just flipped over. It's kind of crazy. Look at my unboxing video and I show it a little bit better. My only issue with this knife is the lock bar is a little bit slippery. When I'm disengaging it, sometimes I kind of slip off, or I feel like I'm going to slip off. But I've noticed that this issue is resolved with both the invert and the PE3. They have fixed that issue. So, thanks for watching, dudes. Please like the video before you head out. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Adios.